Welcome to the G-Spot. I'm here at Endicott High School with Texas A&M cornerback Noel Ellis. Man, this is where it all started, man. It's just stomping ground, bro. What does school stand for, man? What is it all about over here at Endicott?
It's all about pride over here, man.
It's all about pride? I hear y'all talk about pride all the time, bro. Explain where that come from.
Go back to like the old days, man. Then just carried it on throughout the year, then brought it on to us.
All right. Now, I know you're going into your third year out there in College Station. Last year you got diagnosed with diabetes, so that caused you to red shirt. Take me through that transition, like when you got diagnosed with the diabetes last year.
I got diagnosed with it. It was real rough on me. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I lost a lot of weight and everything. I lost like 25 pounds. I was like 153. I didn't know what was going on with my body. I was losing my strength, my eye vision. And I had to go to the hospital. My blood sugar was at 1,019.
Come on, man. Yeah. So like going into next year and years after, tell me some goals you got set for yourself that you want to accomplish before your college career is over.
I just want to get back to having fun, man. Because when I got diagnosed, it took a lot out of me. I lost my confidence. I feel like I lost some step. I'm just trying to keep working hard so I could just gain like the accolades that I want. Like I want to win a Dortmund Award one day. I want to make all that, do all that type of stuff. That's just when I get back to having fun with the game.
Right. Now I know you was a highly touted cornerback coming out of high school. You played in the Under Armour games and things like that. So like, take me through your recruiting process and like tell me what made you choose Texas A&M to spend the rest of your 4 years.
If I had to get the recruiting process back, I'd do it a little different because I was a little childish with it. I ain't look at the things that I was supposed to look at. I was looking at the schools, like I ain't look at like defensive schools and coaches and all that. I ain't look at all that.
Right.
A&M is a good school. Like I narrowed my choices down to A&M, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. And A&M, I really would have chose A&M over those schools.
All right, I got you.
Looking at all those things. But the recruiting process, you really got to be smart with it.
Right.
You got to look into all those things at each school and narrow it down. Like, if I could get that, I'd do it all over.
All right.
Very different.
All right. Now give me a prediction going into the next season. I know y'all just signed defensive coordinator from LSU, John Chivers. He's supposed to revamp the defense and things like that. Give me a prediction for next year, because y'all got some high expectations going into the next season.
Yes. Coach Chivers. Defense look way different already. Like we playing on the offensive side of the ball, we just way more aggressive and not conservative anymore. And playing like that with the offense we got, we'll be a very good team because our offense put up points.
Right.
And we get turnovers, just playing aggressive like that all game. We'll be a very dangerous team.
Gotcha. Now you know everybody won't know this. I know you played with Johnny Manziel your first year in college. What kind of experience there was playing with a high-profile player like that, on and off the field?
On the field, it was cool. I looked forward to practice every day playing against him. Like I try to go into practice every day saying I'm gonna pick him off.
Yeah.
I never did.
Come on.
I never did.
What about Johnny off the field? Is all the stuff true about him? You know, he's wild, crazy, arrogant. Is that true?
Yeah, he wild and all that, but he a cool dude, man. Like we always go out together, chill. It's just always fun to hang with him.
All right. Now I gotta ask you this question, bro. Out of 5 passes, how many passes would I catch on
you? All 5, man. All 5.
You let me catch all 5?
All 5.
Come on, man.
All 5.
Man, I'm over here, man.
I would catch all 5. That's what I mean.
Oh, you would catch all 5?
I'll catch them all.
Man, see, now he gonna make me come out of retirement right quick. You lucky. He lucky.
3 like that.
Man, it's always good seeing this boy, talking football with this boy. I'll be looking forward to you this year, man. Seeing you do your thing. Make sure you give me some Texas A&M apparel when you come back down. And I'm gonna hold you that prediction this year with John Chivers as y'all defensive coordinator, man. We over here in the car, man. Texas A&M cornerback Noel Ellis. Man, we signing out. G-Sportz, man. All right, Noel. Man, you in zero coverage right now, press man. Take me through your thought process and your concepts right now when you come to the line of scrimmage.
First of all, press coverage is all about feet. You can't get caught up and want to fight at the line too much because they could use their hands too, and they very athletic, so you can't really do too much fighting, too much. So it's really all about your feet. When I'm in zero, get a little room, don't be all up on them, hugging them. You looking at their knees. And you want to stay square as much as you could and stay on the top.
All right.
As long as you're on top of him, controlling the route, good.
Show me, give me a move, Coco.
Yeah, stay square at the line, on your feet, and make sure you're always on top.
All right, now let's pretend Coco is 6'4". If he's 6'4", take me through your thought process now. Are you using the same concepts?
Same concept, you can soften up a little bit. Cause if he's 6'4", you're probably a little slower. But if he's 6'4" and fast, he's a dangerous motherfucker. He's dangerous. So you can just soften up a little bit, get a bigger receiver. You can just follow.
Using your sideline as your friend?
And just mirror him every time wherever you go.
All right. Now, if you in man coverage like that, press man coverage, but you got safety help, are you being a little more aggressive, or are you staying with the same concepts?
Say you got safety help over the top.
You got safety help.
You can really cheat under. So, because if it's a deep ball or something, your safety gonna help you. So you can really like. Like this 2-man. Say 2-man, he won't run a 9. Let him run that. Because if you want to run a comeback or something,
You there?
just go be under them.
I got you.
And let the safety catch the deep ball pick.
I got you.
And you catch anything underneath.
All right. Now take me through if y'all ain't cover 3, but y'all disguising it like y'all ain't man. Well, take me through your thought process and the concepts then.
Cover 3 and you trying to disguise like you're a man.
Yeah.
This is a good time to use your press bell technique. So you really start like this and melt this foot in the ground. Because when you open up, you don't want false step, you don't want to go like this. You want to open up and run. And don't let them get in your blind spot.
I got you.
And once again, you got to stay over the top of them.
Right. Now, if you ain't cover 2, but y'all acting like y'all ain't 3, I know y'all do a lot of this John Chevy, like the disguises, coverages, and things like that. Or do your concept change, or it's kind of similar?
Really change. You can keep it the same. Because you're supposed to give him the quarterback the same look every time, so he don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So say you're in a cover 2 look. You can start in your barrel again, then you can go. Stop right here and play your flat zone.
I got you. We over here doing work, man. Noel Ellis, man. Young Coco out there in Columbia, man. A lot of people discussing if the season ended today, who would their rookie of the year be in the NBA? To me, it would be Andrew Wiggins. I feel like it's a no-brainer. Second would be in the race would be Nerlens Noel. Third would be Elfred Payton. I think Andrew Wiggins been playing the best by far out of the 3. But long term, I think Elfred Payton will be the superstar out of this group. Not saying Andrew Wiggins and Noel Noel can't be good players in the league, but I think Elfred Payton has the highest ceiling. And here's why. He's a 6'4" point guard that can guard 1 through 3. He showed he was one of the best on-ball defenders in college by winning Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year, and he's showing it in the league. He has Jason Kidd-like vision. I mean, he throws dime passes all the time. He's a competitor. He makes his teammates better. And 9 times out of 10, when he's going against a point guard, he's going to have the size matchup. And I really like that about him. He's coachable. I think what Alfred has to work on is his jump shot, his mid-range. He gets his mid-range on point. I think he's going to be a top 10 point guard in this league, if not a top 10 player. His free throws, I think he shot under 60% from the free throw line this year. That's not going to cut it, especially when you know at the end of the game, you play point guard. You're going to have the ball in your hand at the end of the game most of the time. And you got to be able to step to that line, knock free throws down. And if you can't, that's going to be detrimental to your team. And ultimately, you're going to have to be taken out the game. So I think, as time passes, he gets years in the league, he's going to develop a jump shot, develop that touch at the free throw line, and it's going to ultimately make him into one of the best point guards in the league. I really like Elfred Payton. Been watching him since high school, right out of New Orleans, Louisiana, from Giant Everett High School. Real good kid. He did his thing at UL. He went under the radar, till last year, and then he just burst onto the scene. I think this is a guy that people in the NBA don't really know about, especially like fans, because he's in that market in Orlando, which they don't really play on TV too much, and they not that. I think they like the second worst record in the league. But I'm telling you, this guy has a chance to be one of the top players in the league. Nerlens Noel, I really like Nerlens Noel. The thing about Nerlens Noel, I think he doesn't have as high as a ceiling as Elfred Payton is, because he's like 200 pounds soaking weight. I mean, who you gonna guard? You gonna guard Dwight Howard? You gonna guard Brook Lopez at 200 pounds? I don't think so. I think they need to move him in a power forward position and put some more weight on him. And I think that could end up coming. But the thing about Nerlens Noel, he doesn't have a real good skill set. I mean, he's real athletic, can block shots, dunk the ball good, but he doesn't have a skill set. He doesn't have that touch around the goal. He doesn't shoot the mid-range jumper at a high rate. So I think, and some players you could just tell they either have it or they don't. And Nerlens Noel, I think he's gonna be a pretty good player in the league, but I don't ever see him being a star. Andrew Wiggins, I think he could be a star in the league. But the thing about Andrew Wiggins that I'm kind of skeptical about is he doesn't have that sense of urgency every night. And when you're playing in the NBA, you got to come with it every night. You can't take 3 and 4 games off, then come here and score a 30-point game. And that's what I think that's the kind of player he is. That could possibly change because he has all the tools to be one of the best players in the league. But we'll see about that. So like I say, I think Andrew Wiggins is my rookie of the year. But long term, I think Elfred Payton is going to be the best player in this draft. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Give me some feedback back on that. Who y'all think the best player in this draft? Who y'all think the rookie of the year is? It's a G-Spot.